Welcome back to the D&D Family Gamer. I'm Dragoon here, back on Genshin and Bubbles Metro. And today was a probably a little mine because I want to get the hell out of here. Where's the freaking exit? I want to leave. So, if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's all fun and kick some butt. Let's do this shit. And you also in commentary from Frenier, Shabal Gamer.
Hi guys.
Interested in scammers, general. Fall for what you folks on channel. It's Shabal Gamer and jump on and join folks.
So you Dragon. If I go mute for a few minutes, I'll probably let you know anyway. It's because my mum's popping in for a few minutes, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
And you know I've got to leave a bit earlier than normal today because of tomorrow.
Yeah, no problem.
But again, I'll let you know when.
Oh, my head doesn't mess it up.
Shinobu, Ito, we're back! He must be exhausted, because he still hasn't woken up yet. But he's not in any serious danger, so don't worry.
Wow.
What about you guys? You found something, didn't you? It's written on your faces. But whatever it is, it's bad news, isn't it?
Like normal.
We found the fantastic compass. The previous owner left a message inside, and from the looks of it, there really is no way out of this space after all.
Really? There's always a way for us?
It seems like the previous owner was stuck here forever, too.
Shoot! This isn't over yet. Listen to me. Just now, I tried channeling my power into the fantastic compass,
Yeah, you don't
and it
think about what you're
responded.
thinking.
But all that did was activate the records from when the seal was created.
Right, but the issue wasn't with the compass. It was with the method. Remember what the book says? When mortal and adepti powers are combined, one can move the heavens and shake the earth.
Okay.
Only when a mortal and an adeptus combine their powers can the fantastic compass be fully activated. I'm a mix of human and adeptus, so the fact that the fantastic compass responded to me shows that the system is still functional. Lucky for us, we also happen to have a full adeptus and a human with training in the magic arts.
Interesting. So that's what was going through your head.
So, an adeptus and a human need to channel their power at the same
Wait,
time?
I'm not including this bitch?
Yes, if my guess is correct, then when both of you put your full power into the fantastic compass, we should be able to completely reactivate it, maybe even reverse it. Last time, it was used to seal the intersection between this place and the chasm. If we can reverse it, then we're home free.
Awesome! So there's still hope?
You bet.
Your idea seems reasonable.
Okay, well let's all take a quick break. We'll give this thing a try once we're ready.
This game, man.
Oh boy, Paimon's so nervous!
Yelan, Xiao, how are we looking?
I'm all set.
I'm ready.
Oh, but Yanfei, there's one thing you might need to mentally prepare yourself for. I'm afraid you probably won't be able to take the fantastic compass out of here. From what I can tell, everything within this domain is the result of disordered space-time and memories. We all came here for different purposes, and everything that's happened here has been in response to our own imaginations and conjecture. Terrifying, but also a miracle. This space, well, it's more than just a space. Whether there's some kind of higher power at work here, I don't know, but the whole time, it's been reading our minds and responding to us in the form of illusions.
You can't read Ito's mind, he doesn't
according to
have
the
one.
history of the chasm, this place must have existed for a very long time. What could have created it? Oh, that. Yeah, I was there too.
Yeah, you say they're raking.
Wait a second. It was you that shot that arrow?
Who else did you think it was? That snake is probably a remnant of Conrion's civilization, and crystals are highly effective against it. Maybe there was some sort of opposing reaction between those two forces? If so, I'm extremely sorry, everyone.
Well, we didn't save us. We were dead.
Responsible for all of this.
Actually, everyone just
No,
cut himself out of his
You're
mouth.
just trying to help us and solve the problem. You're definitely not to blame for what happened.
True.
If you say so. You could almost liken this bizarre space to a living being that throws all kinds of hallucinations at us to deceive us. Everyone we've seen here, and all the paths we've walked, it all ceased to exist 500 years ago. Additionally, most of the things here are static. So if we really do manage to escape, then once time starts moving normally again, the fantastic compass will likely disappear.
That's fine. Pause, I want to smash it.
That's actually what I think too. That's precisely why it's such a miracle that we even found the fantastic compass to begin with.
This whole thing feels like we're breaking free from our shackles using a spear that by rights should not exist.
This is a long shot, but it may be our last chance. So, whose wish was it that summoned this device?
Perhaps it was. But maybe there's another reason. An incredibly strong commitment to your search. It's a shame that we couldn't find your family. But if they were here, I'm sure they'd want nothing more than to see you being rescued from this place.
I gotta say, it does intrigue me, the way we all ended up here together. If this is fate, then let's grab it in our hands and turn it around.
Leave the boss to Ushi and me. We're ready.
Traveler, take care of Paimon. Yanfei, you might need to come closer to me when the time comes.
Sure.
Something doesn't feel right. Why should I be concerned?
Stars align, bestow your light. Evil purged by thunder's might. Spirit curbed, pneuma surge. By dictum divine, heed these words. Do as I command!
Aha! The fantastic compass is an amplifier. Maintain this energy level, and we may stand a chance.
I will maintain the energy flow.
Understood.
Everyone, stand back.
I shall hold the line by sealing the surface.
As Yakshas, we must fight for this world. General Elatus, falling in!
Oh, out there! What's that? What the? Those possible?
Watch out!
Impressive.
This trip may be dangerous, yet you insist on going.
Wrong way.
I have guarded this place for several hundred years, only to seek the nameless Yaksha. Do I request your approval?
Wait a minute. Sound news always was like
Of course he did!
Hey, no, I thought West Robin was kind of hit his back. Uh-oh. Yo, Ethan, you might want to do something. Oh. I like that on up. Oh, that's not good.
You can't keep this up. Your strength won't last.
How far down did they go? Shao, go you down! Uh-oh! No way. How did he get? Ah, nice one, Zhongli. So Zhongli saved him at the last second. Kind of funny, even though he doesn't have his nose, he's still OP as hell. Well, I made it out. I never go back in that house. You know, I'm gonna have to do the event itself. By using the event, I can teleport out. Excuse me. Game?
That was close. I thought you were gonna get left behind. I'm so glad you're okay. That was terrifying.
I know what you were thinking, but... Never mind. I know I can't talk you out of a mindset that's been built up over a lifetime. I don't think we were ever going to reach an agreement over the final strategy. But in the end, it was thanks to you that we managed to escape. So, thank you for saving us all.
No. I could not have done this on my strength alone.
Don't mention it. It looks like everyone got out unscathed, but you all look pretty exhausted. Rest up. There's no hurry to move on from here. As for me, I'm gonna check the area for any unusual activity.
And there she goes.
She's gone. Paimon didn't even get to say thank you.
Maybe Yelan really doesn't believe she made a contribution. It seems like she's convinced Xiao saved us all, including her, and she doesn't know what to say to that. And since it's not easy to persuade Xiao of anything, maybe Yelan's just given up trying to talk to him.
Xiao, she's criticizing you.
I'm not.
You speak only the truth. I have no quarrel with that.
Okay, Xiao, what the heck's going on?
Keep your words in mind.
Really? Well, that's great. I count that as quite an achievement. It was a perilous situation we were faced with underground, and it took every single one of us for any of us to make it out alive. I feel lucky that we didn't lose anyone along the way.
He's just still locked up, though.
So, Bullchecker still hasn't woken up yet. Surely he's not gonna stay asleep forever, is he? Let's go check on him.
He woke up.
I slept like a rock. Good times. Huh? What you doing? What's going on? Why are you looking at me like that?
Are you in any pain?
The head? What about it? any brain damage from the impact?
You need to tell us if you're not feeling well.
You weren't that bright to begin with, so yeah, brain damage to the equation. Oh, brother.
Let's go.
What the heck are you guys talking about? I'm fine. I had an epic power nap, and now I feel like a million more. Huh. I feel like I'm forgetting something, though. Oh, yeah! Wait, weren't we underground? How did we get back up here?
It's a long story. We'll fill you in later.
Yeah, long story.
Ito, we're indebted to you, Shinobu, and Ushi. We couldn't have escaped this predicament without your help. I'm the reason you all got caught up in this. Please accept my apologies, and let me find some way to compensate you for the trouble.
Bah, crazy talk! You helped us first. Of course we're gonna return the favor. Hey, if it weren't for you, we'd still be in a Liyue jail cell right now.
You would, not so much Shinobu.
That's not quite correct. You'd be in jail, not me.
Yep, I need Shinobu on my team.
Good point. Well, okay then. How about this? To celebrate our newfound friendships, how about you let me take you to Liyue Harbor for some sightseeing and a proper meal?
I like the sound of that. Now that you mention it, whew, I am famished. Oh, I can barely walk here.
I'm hungry too, Senpai. Why don't we head straight over?
Where are we going?
Paimon too! Paimon wants to come too! Huh? Fine!
Alright, well, I promise I'll take good care of your friends from Inazuma. Take it easy, okay? What we just went through was a lot. Oh, wait! Yelan left already. I was gonna treat her to some tea. But I'll take this to mean we're square.
Oh, yeah? Is that right? Wow. Okay, I'll let him know.
Well, know what? Ito?
Traveler, Flying Lavender Melon, Ushi has a couple words he'd like you to pass on for him.
What?
Huh?
Oh, I want to hear this.
Yeah, I agree.
Me too. Count me in.
Good idea! Let's do that!
What idea? Ito!
Paimon never would have guessed that Ushi was so gentle and thoughtful. Never judge a bull by its cover, huh?
Really, Paimon? Really?
Sometimes the profoundest truths can also be the simplest. I think Ushi's words may well come in handy.
What words? I didn't hear a word.
Just leave it to us.
Wait.
Alright, Ito, Shinobu, Ushi, let's go.
Oh, yeah! Grub time!
Ito by himself.
See you next time.
I am just so confused what the hell just happened. What did he tell them? I want to know.
Finished taking care of business?
Oh,
That might be part of a new mission
Just
coming
saying
up.
goodbye to our
Maybe.
friends.
You're still here. I saw the two Inazumans leave with Yenfei, heading towards Liyue Harbor. Aren't you going with them?
We still had some stuff we wanted to say to Xiao.
I figured as much. I've checked the area. Nothing strikes me as out of the ordinary. Looks like this chapter has come to a close.
Uh-oh.
Now, I just need to take care of the confidentiality issues. Let's hope our friends from overseas can keep their mouths shut.
Shinobu, yes? Ito, duct tape.
We got it! We'll make sure they don't say anything. Please don't hurt them.
Oh.
A mean streak? Oh, dude, if yelling you met? Oh god, I ducked the hills.
You figured me out, huh? All right, I'll quit pulling your leg.
Huh?
Everyone really rose to the occasion this time.
Wait.
I won't ever forget what we went through.
What?
Where could that strange space have come from? And how has it existed down there undetected for so many years?
Easy!
I have to investigate
Because
this
of the
further.
compass!
I have a feeling that whatever lies behind all this runs deep. Maybe so deep that no one can be allowed to know.
Oh, I'll find out.
Also, I think
something
someone helped us out at the last minute. They did a good deed, of course, but somehow I couldn't tell anything about them. It must have been someone of great importance.
You didn't know, but I did. It was your own way.
Anyway, these questions will have to wait for another time. I have some follow-up work to do and reports to make. So it's back to Liyue Harbor for me. See you when I see you.
Bye, Yelan!
You knew I was waiting for you? Really? There's somewhere I want to go. If you have the time, you can join me.
Where is it?
A place that has to do with the Yakshas.
With the Yakshas? Wait, back up. Layers of fear. Holy crap-oly. Wait. You're not going to where I think you're going, bro. If it is, that's kind of cool. If it is, I don't think it is, though. I don't know what they're laying. It actually is the temple that you rebuild. Well, how about that? I gotta rebuild it technically. We're right above it.
The temple up ahead was built to remember Pervases.
No
Maybe
way! I
came
didn't do
because I had a
that!
realization.
You mean back when we were underground?
It's hard to put into words. Seeing Bosacius gave me the false impression that I'd traveled back into the past. You could dress up the Yaksha's life and call us valiant warriors, veterans of war. But the truth is, we are slaughterers, and nothing more. For Bosacius, perhaps dying in the heat of a great battle was no tragedy. And perhaps the same is true for me. After living so long, to die in the act of saving others would not have been a terrible thing. So maybe these thoughts are my own form of insanity.
Hey, don't say that. Oh yeah, Ushi wanted us to tell you. It's very important. Ushi said he has the power to exorcise demons, so people use him to fend them off. But after he met Ito, he's never left his side.
Wait, what?
He also said that he doesn't have any grand philosophies. He just thinks we should spend our lives around the people who make us happiest. Maybe there aren't so many rules about how we should or shouldn't live our lives in this world after all. So, he hopes you can come to understand that even though the power of a Yaksha may be harmful to other people, it doesn't mean you shouldn't hang out with them. Yep, like people with visions. They have more resistance against your power, right? And, well, anyway, there's loads of people out there who really care about you.
Suddenly you sound a lot like Bosacius and the others. They used to talk about how they hoped to live a mortal's life once the world was at peace. I think I was the only one who didn't think that way. The Bosacius recorded in the Fantastic Compass had lost his sanity. He addressed the people around him as Alatus, Menogias, and others. These are the names of the 5 Yakshas. I am Alatus, and Menogias is General Capisis.
Wait. Alatus, that's your real name, Shao? Okay.
The others are Bonanis, or General Chizapis, and Indarius, or General Musatis. I heard that people call the 5 of us Yakshas, The Guardian Adepti. Bosacius and Yelan's ancestors stayed underground to the end. So that space must have read their minds in their last moments as they approached death. Yelan was right in everything she said.
Wow.
Both of our proposals had their drawbacks, and both were sensible suggestions. But the power of that space was far beyond all of us. I couldn't have done all I did without everyone's help. Even in the final moments. It took every bit of my power to break free from that place.
Well, Paimon still thinks you were amazing.
Yenfei and Yelan are correct. I always prepare for the worst-case scenario.
Well, that makes sense what it means.
This mindset is deeply rooted in me. Even so, it was the most optimistic solution I could think of. If Rex Lapis hadn't saved me in that moment, I don't think I would have been able to escape. In the end, I still had to burden another.
But that's how it should be, right? You've known Zhongli, Rex Lapis, for such a long time. And you've helped him before, so he helped you back. What's the big deal?
Perhaps. In the moment that we escaped from that space, I could sense what was left of Bosacius' memory. If I had to say what I gained from this trip, I think that would be it. It's good that one more person will remember him.
Okay, is that the end? Oh, what the hell?
Menogias, where have you been?
He's got 3 arms?
Brother Yaksha, you're confused again. I've told you countless times, I am Boyoung, the thaumaturge who fought with you in the chasm.
Boyoung? Boyoung? You are Boyoung, but who am I?
Believe me, I
Oh
want
no,
to
he
know
doesn't
as much as
belong.
you do. Here we are,
Holy
the
crap.
two who agreed to stay here together, and I can't even call you by your name. It's a shame.
Stay here? No. No, you
Oh
have to
my
leave.
god, that mask!
Nonsense, Brother Yaksha. We're down here.
That's
for
the
good
same
now.
mask that's
Don't you
in that
remember?
domain.
It's too late to have regrets. The seal can't be broken.
The seal. Ah, yes. I'm a Yaksha who came here to fight.
Brother, are you okay?
Look at the state of me. I don't think I've got long now.
We're the
So
only
it does
two
answer
left.
the question about that.
Don't go dying on me.
So it looks like all the
Yeah, I saw
Yaksas
my
except
family
for
down here.
Shao
Clear as day.
are all gone now.
What do you think? Am I losing my mind now too?
Boyoung, do you want to go home?
Bit somber, isn't it?
I made my decision to leave Zhongzhou up on the surface. I obviously... Of course I want to go home.
I must have family too.
Guys, I like Goku here.
You mean brothers and sisters? I'm sure you do.
Brothers and sisters. Yes, but who am I? And where is my family?
Brother, what's wrong? Hang in there. It's just you and me, don't die before me.
Alatus, is that you?
Who's Alatus? Your memory's going again.
I'm sorry. You all have to see me in this state.
Dude, it'd be kind of cool that they made a character in this game that's a full-on character.
There's someone over there.
Oh?
Who are they?
Wait, what the heck?
They're my...
Wait! Whoa!
I remember now. I know you.
2 of the Yaksas are female! I thought they were all males!
brothers and sisters have come for me, Boyong.
You're awake. At least tell me your name.
Brother Bosacius.
Hey, Bosacius. Bosacius.
I am Bosacius, and my destiny is to make the ultimate sacrifice.
Whoa.
I've said so much today.
Wow.
I don't need to hold back as much when I talk to you.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a moment where you felt like you were aware of your destiny? The potential of life? The approach of death? Whatever it might have been. By now, I have accepted that destiny is the one disaster that the Yaksha know most keenly about.
I don't think I make the Yaksha characters
we are destined to misery.
As playable characters, because personally, I like her, his sister.
We have no fear.
They're cute.
Xiao.
It matters not. Rex Lapis had said that you are a witness. It is right that the events of the world are relayed to you. Bonanis, Menogias, and Indarius all perished, and only Bosacius's fate was unknown. This has always stung my heart like a thorn. That is why I went to the chasm, despite being fully aware of the danger. Now that I know what happened in the chasm back then, I can finally put this matter to rest. Before we left that place, I picked up a stone. I thought if I could take it out with me, I would place it in the temple to Pervases in memory of Bosacius. Unfortunately, the stone did not survive. Pervases died in the Archon War thousands of years ago. He was younger than us, and Bosacius was very sad when he passed. Too many Yakshas have become casualties of battle. We are like a flock of birds, scattered to the four corners of the world. And in the end, as Bonanis said, it's rare for a Yaksha to find repose for their soul. Bosacius, Boyong, and all those soldiers. Heroes. I like that word. Maybe the world will never be free of disaster. But there is good in the world, too. Even the darkest hearts have room for those they cherish. I accept your advice. From this day on, heroes will always look out for each other.
Wow! Oh. Can't move. Dude, that was sick. Wait, the tail's... Wait, what? Tail's behind the... Wait, what? What the heck is this? That put in line! God dang it! Fish out! I don't have the cookies and elbows a hangout been unlocked. Maybe I do Yellen's story quest, maybe? We'll probably unlock that in a minute. But holy shit! The Yaksas, when they're not powered up, they're pretty cool characters. Zhongli? What the heck's going on? My brain is breaking. What was I thinking about it again, though? Being to get though. Oh. Hold up. Oh god, game's having a little bit of a hard time. This makes the second world.
I noticed that before, that's why I stopped playing.
I know this is something though. This is the second quest that a different character in a world quest is adding in it. World quests don't usually have any of the characters you play as in their storylines. Uh-oh. I got that a long time ago. Yeah, I was in the chasm. Wait, we gave up our stone that we got from... What? What? Yep, he's definitely dumb. We know, John, we're on vacation. You know on the Geocon. Okay. Got the fan. Oh. Oh, such bullcrap! Unlock! Nope.
Traveler, Paimon.
Oh God!
It's been a long time.
Oh, hey, Horshin. Long time no see. Fancy meeting you here. How's work these days?
Thanks to the help of people like you and colleagues like Ganyu, better all the time. But I've been feeling distracted at work lately.
My God, that's 6 times it's done it in the past
I just feel
minute.
constantly agitated. It's a long story. But my father, He's thinking of stepping down from the Tianshu position due to health issues.
Huh? What's wrong with Uncle Tian?
Nothing specifically. He's not unwell. He says he's just increasingly low on energy these days. He's always said, old age comes for us all in the end. Still, I just can't help but feel a little emotional watching it happen to him. Anyway, my father's currently on the second floor of Yangsheng Tea House. Why don't you come pay him a visit with me? He seems very fond of you, too. I'm sure chatting with you will make him very happy.
Sure, let's go.
Yeah, my brain just... Okay. Calculate gambit. Okay. Did I have to take my stone? It did! What? Oh, so that's bullcrap. We've had that in our closet for so long. That's really cool.
Uncle Tian, we're here to chat with you.
Oh? What a lovely surprise. Welcome. Hoishin, why don't you go downstairs and get the shopkeeper to make us a fresh pot of tea? I heard that you've been traveling all over the place recently. I would very much like to hear your adventure stories. Hoishin told you, didn't she? Don't worry, I'm quite all right. It's just the years gradually catching up with me. As I grow older, I'm starting to find that with many things, though the mind is willing, the flesh is weak. Especially recently, I've noticed a rather drastic drop in my energy levels. I am still very much in good standing as the Tianshu today. Nevertheless, I wish to pass on the position before my mental acuity begins to decline beyond redemption.
How difficult is it to transfer the Tianshu position?
Oh, well, you see, the Tianshu is a rather unique position among the Liyue Qixing. Historically speaking, the Tianshu rarely appears in public. We stay behind the scenes, planning and giving advice, so a public selection process would not be suitable. We also want to keep any prospective Tianshu candidates free from influence by outside forces, so we tend to be as discreet as possible in their assessment and appointment. For these reasons, the incumbent Tianshu typically recommends their candidate of choice, and this is then approved by the other Qixing members.
Yeah, King Ganyu,
So in
and
other
Ningguang.
words, you pick someone, and then Lady Keqing, Lady Ningguang, and the other Qixing appoint
I'm
them?
big at this shit.
Correct. Unfortunately, due to my health, I won't be able to assess every candidate myself. Not to despair, however, because I found someone exceptionally capable to act on my behalf as assessment officer.
Oh no.
In fact, I believe you recently became acquainted with her yourself.
Yeah, a little.
Huh? Who is it?
I'm heartbroken. I thought it might take you a little longer than this to forget all about me.
I haven't. Paimon's the one that forgets. I didn't.
Paimon!
Oh.
Pot, Uncle Tian here asked me to assess 3 candidates for him.
3.
Fancy joining me? You'll be among the first to get to know the next Tianshu. Might be a good opportunity for you.
Hey, I'm pretty close with Ningguang, so I'm all good. And Ganyu and Keqing as well.
Paimon thinks so too. It can't be a bad thing to be on good terms with a new Qixing, right?
Alright then. Though, I gotta say, Uncle Tian, you say you're into behind-the-scenes planning? My work's of the covert variety, too. Don't you think I might make a good Tianshu?
Nope.
Huh? Yelan, you want to be the next Tianshu?
I'm not opposed to the idea, but I suspect Ningguang wouldn't let you go very easily after how long you've been working together. So, how about this? If your investigation reveals that none of the other candidates are qualified for the position, I'll recommend you for the job.
Deal. Well, you guys take your time. Everything's all set for the assessments to go ahead. Meet me on the first floor when you're ready. Until then, have a pleasant conversation.
Oh boy.
Oh, and no need to pay for your tea. As the new owner of this fine establishment, this runs on the house.
Wait, what? You bought the tea house?
You're all set?
Uncle Tian seems really worn down. It's like all his energy's gone.
Yeah, it may sound harsh, but Uncle Tian is past his prime. He's not cut out for this anymore. So he's recommended 3 candidates. Their names are Qianwei, Mingbo, and Zhi. Qianwei is a wealthy entrepreneur. Mingbo works at the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs, and Zhi is focused on study and travel. Try to keep all that in mind. Of course, it doesn't really matter if you forget, since we'll be assessing them at Yuehai Pavilion in a short while.
Qianwei, Mingbo, Zhi. Paimon should be able to remember their names, but what does the assessment involve exactly?
Let's leave that until we get to Yuehai Pavilion. All right. Heads in the game, people. The stakes don't get much higher than a change in the Qixing. We can't afford to miss anything, no matter how small.
Got it. We'll keep our eyes wide open.
Oh boy. Here we go again. Yeah, my time looking. Nah, we'll do a little bit. We won't be able to do the full quest today, we'll do it tomorrow.
Join the Adventurers Guild.
Come on, game, you can level up your graphics a little bit better. Oh boy.
My legs are getting sore. What is wrong with this assessment officer? This is a huge occasion and I don't even get a chair. I've dealt with all kinds of people in my time, but never have I been made to stand while I'm waiting for an appointment.
I think it's fine.
That's called being complacent. If you're happy to just accept the way things are, you'll never be able to change anything in the future.
Oh, come on. That's just... Now you're just... being unreasonable.
All right, you two. Let's not get into a big argument over this. It's not worth it. Qianwei, that was a bit uncalled for. And Mingbo, cut him some slack. We've all been standing around for a while. It's natural to be getting irritable. Look, how about this? There's no rule saying we're obliged to stand up while we wait, so why don't we borrow some chairs from the guild nearby?
Fine. They're not the best quality chairs, to be sure. But under the circumstances, it would be better than nothing.
Wow.
It looks like all 3 candidates have arrived.
It's alright.
Mm-hmm. We'll meet them formally soon. Before that, let me run you through the assessment process. I've split it into 2 stages: current affairs and planning, and face-to-face interview. In the first stage, candidates are required to submit a manifesto for Liyue's development. In the second stage, we will ask them some questions in person. Writing a manifesto takes time, so I informed them of this requirement in advance. These are the reports they submitted.
Wow, one of them is really thick.
It's also worth mentioning a stipulation I gave them. Whoever is appointed as the new Tianshu will be expected to implement their plan as put forward in their manifesto. Failing the occurrence of some cataclysmic event, they will not be permitted to change their plan. Therefore, these 3 piles of documents in front of us represent where each candidate stands on key policy issues. Wow. There's still some time. Have a skim through, get a first impression of what each person's proposing. I'll be waiting off to the side. Just let me know when you're done.
Wait, what? You don't want me to read it. Oh boy. Let's start with this one. Oh, good God.
Finished, huh? What did you think?
Everyone took it very seriously.
Of course they did. They have the chance to be picked as the new Tianshu, so you can bet they're putting their best foot forward. And keep in mind, whoever gets in has to execute their plan as written. Nobody wants to have any regrets. That's for me to know and you to find out.
Of course.
We can talk more after the interviews. We'll see the candidates now. Let's do one at a time. Start with Chenwei.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh? So you two are the assessment officers, are you? I had assumed that given the great import of this situation, Lady Ningguang would perhaps be assessing us in person.
You know who I am, buddy?
I certainly hadn't imagined I'd be seeing 2 entirely unfamiliar faces. I trust you've read through my manifesto? I'd be more than happy to clarify any details you found difficult to grasp. It was written with an expert audience in mind, after all.
Oh boy.
Mind your tone, mister!
Relax. It wasn't intended as a personal slight against anyone in particular. I was simply stating a fact. Cloud Retainer? You know this Adeptus? Oh, yes, I remember now. You must be the traveler that people are constantly talking about.
The one and only.
With your sterling reputation, you must have a respectable level of erudition. Perhaps you will be able to understand the concepts I have put forward. Although I shouldn't get my hopes up.
Can I hit him?
Oh, is it my turn?
Yes. Please, introduce yourself.
I'm, Mingbo. I work in the Ministry of Civil Affairs. I've worked there for, 9 years, 5 months, and 3 days. In that time, I've handled, 2,347 cases.
Holy shit.
I have 12 active cases at the moment. They should be concluded in, 16 days? My current work is related to urban planning, and I'm also responsible for, auditing the accounts. To be more precise, there are 3 parts to the accounts, namely...
Is it just Paimon, or is he not very good at public speaking?
You think?
You know what? Let's leave the self-introduction there and move on to some questions.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, my brain breaks.
Hello. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little nervous. What would you like to know? You're here to assess me, so ask away and I'll answer your questions to the best of my ability.
Your manifesto is very wide in its scope, but you don't seem to be personally involved in many of the specific fields. How can you be sure that you have the ability to put your plan into action?
Wow.
Very fair question. I completely understand where you're coming from. But I'm confident in my plan. I've visited many different places, talked to lots of people with far more expertise than myself, and my manifesto is the conclusion of these efforts. Of course, 2 different problems can be interconnected in very complicated ways. and you might reach two very contradictory conclusions depending on which one you're focusing on. What I've tried to do is strike a balance. In other words, present an optimal solution to all the problems as a whole.
How do you plan to determine whether you are right or wrong about your proposed solution being the optimal one?
A great question. Well, I'd start by having my colleagues and the secretaries of the Yuehai Pavilion evaluate any proposals before implementation. Post-implementation, it would all come down to the results. If it turned out that my judgment was to blame for poor results, I would take responsibility.
Nice answer. All right, next question.
He seems like a great guy. Everything he said was thoughtful and logical, and he was just a pleasure to listen to.
I can tell Yellen's not happy. I'm gonna say meh.
Here's my take on what we just learned. As you saw, Qianwei is highly knowledgeable. He proposes many excellent ideas in his manifesto, which effectively target the big issues. But he is very proud and incredibly stubborn. He doesn't care much about other people's feelings. Mingboa's plan is more thorough and more measured. You can tell he's meticulous in his work, very detail-oriented. But he and Qianwei are otherwise polar opposites. Mingboa is not very articulate and comes across as very timid in conversation.
Perfect summary! Paimon couldn't agree more! You're good at this, Yuan.
Last but not least, Zhi. His manifesto is full of pertinent details, his methodology is sound, and his proposals cover a broad range of fields, which is quite a rare feat. The depth he goes into in each and every area means it can only be a product of painstaking work. Plus, he is modest and good at dealing with people. But what really interests me is that many of his views happen to coincide with Uncle Tien's. Having someone like Zhi take the position would certainly put Uncle Tien's mind at rest.
Great!
Wait, what?
We'll see. Let's go back and report to Uncle Tien.
Alright, now we go back to see Uncle Tien. Oh boy, let's go. A lot of running.
While the Millelith stands guard, evil shall never prevail.
I will say the story quest was actually really good. I thought for a minute though, Xiao was sacrificing himself to only save us. I was like, whoa. But thankfully, Zhongli came out of nowhere and saved his ass. Because if he didn't save him, I would have went right back in and dragged his ass out. Kicking and screaming. But that might be just me.
I see. Then it's more or less as I anticipated.
All right, then let me ask this. The ideas in Zhi's manifesto are very similar to your own. Is there any particular reason behind this?
Oh, I didn't want to say anything when I gave you the list of candidates, for fear of affecting your judgment. But I can tell you now. Those three candidates have all studied under me in the past. It's only natural that they share some similarities with me. But Qianwei went on to focus on his business, and Mingbo has always been occupied with his work at the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Of all of them, Zhi was with me for the longest duration.
Whoa! So how did you get to know them all, Uncle Tien?
Qianwei was referred to me by an old friend. Mingbo came to my attention in the course of my work, and as for Zhi, that was pure happenstance. We first met while fishing, and gradually as we got to know each other, we started discussing all sorts of topics. Zhi came from a poor family, and his parents died when he was very young. But he was a gifted student and a fast learner. He reminded me of a younger version of myself, so I started out giving him a few words of advice when we were out fishing and noticed how quickly he got on. Quite. And now, all of a sudden, he's grown into a mature young man. It's a joy to see, but it also gets one thinking. The young are growing up, and I am growing old. How time flies. No one can escape the cycle of life.
I don't know, Uncle Tian. You still seem in pretty good shape to me. You might have another few years of work left in you, don't you think?
Oh, you. There's really no need to console me. Having less energy than I used to isn't such a bad thing. It just means I finally have a good reason to retire and spend my days doing what old men like me should be doing. Going fishing whenever I feel like it.
Sounds like you sure love fishing, Uncle Tian.
Ooh, there's nothing quite like fishing to pass the time. Ooh, and freshly caught fish, they make the most beautiful fish soup with barely any preparation required.
Fresh fish soup.
Oh no. Paimon.
Tasty.
Doesn't it? Also, some time ago, Juri purchased a very special recipe from an old fisherman. When we've been fishing recently, Juri always brings some extra ingredients he prepared in advance. The addition of these makes the soup taste even more wonderful. That flavor makes for a fond memory. But at my age, who knows how many more chances I have left to taste it again.
Oh, can Paimon come next time too? Paimon really wants to try it.
Let's get back to the matter at hand. Uncle Tian, we've reported back. Do you have a verdict?
Mm-hmm. I appointed you as the assessment officer, and I trust your judgment. Had you not asked me why Juri's ideas were so similar to mine, I was not going to mention my history with any of them. This decision must be guided by what is fair and right. Please disregard all other considerations and make your final decision only after a thorough review of each candidate's talents and capabilities. Remember, you must be thorough.
Understood. Come on, let's go talk somewhere else.
Okay.
Bye-bye, Uncle Tian. Look after yourself. So, it's gonna be Juri, right? His manifesto was written well, and he's the best speaker.
Easy. Let's not rush. There's no time limit for this assessment.
Okay.
Huh? So, are you gonna give them more tests or something?
No, nothing like that. The assessment itself is complete. But let me give you a word of advice. Things are not always as they appear. The biggest no-no in intelligence work is to only get information from the person of interest themselves. The truth is almost always hidden beneath many layers of deception. You have to get information through many different channels. For example, Wenyuan, Shanghua.
Yes?
What did you do?
Lady Yelan, what are your orders?
Ugh! Who are they? Where did they come from?
Huh?
Did they scare you? These two are Wenyuan and Shanghua. They work for me. As my trusted assistants, they are always standing guard nearby. They also perform various assignments as required. Shanghua is a business expert who gets his information by trading. Wenyuan relies on word of mouth. And there's also Upei, who's not here right now.
That meathead must have been out there on sea surveillance for some time now. Is he all right? I seem to remember that he can't swim.
Nothing can take that guy down. Certainly not a little wind and waves.
Shanghua, visit all the commerce guilds and look into Qianwei's background. Wenyuan, go to the Ministry of Civil Affairs and look through Mingbo's work files.
Yes, ma'am.
So what about Juri?
Let me guess, we do it.
Juri, well, obviously as the most promising candidate, we will be investigating him ourselves.
I called that.
Let's go to the docks first. Lots of people passing through there. You can find out all kinds of things.
If we're looking for information, why don't we try talking to Bulai, the owner of Wanyu Boutique? He does business at the North Wharf. Maybe he has some news for us.
That's actually not a bad idea. Let's go and ask him.
Whew. I don't get why her hanging out in here. Maybe someone thought I'd do this? I don't know. Well, folks, I think we're gonna end it here for now. Then, this is Dragunia of the Z&D family. Give us a big show, be a great time watching, because next time we'll finish off this event. Not event. This story quest. That's it. Then we'll probably do some of the event, unless we get Kugino Shinobu's hang on lock, which it's supposed to be, but I don't believe it right now. So, if you enjoyed this, don't forget to comment. Thank y'all for watching. Hope to see you all in the next one of Genshin Impact. See this video, and thanks for everybody. You have a nice day, y'all take care, and I'll see y'all next video. See y'all then. Laters!